This news update is brought to you by...
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connected to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today afternoon news update for Friday, November 6. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. Finance Minister Chris Sinckler is not yet publicly confirming reports that he's asked the former Prime Minister Owen Arthur to serve as his lead advisor. But addressing a large gathering of accountants this morning at an ICAB meeting, Sinckler did not deny the reports either. In fact, he made light of the matter.
I will make only two promises in relation to this presentation. It will be short. And you know, for politicians, that is an achievement, or will be an achievement, so I hope that I can stick to that. And then secondly, I can tell you, I can guarantee you that the comments which I am about to make, the remarks which I am about to make, have in no way been drafted by the alleged new head of the Economic Advisory Council of the government of Barbados.
Senator Darcy Boyce says government is teaming up with Barbados Light and Power Company Limited to replace streetlights across the island with LED energy-saving bulbs over the next 5 years. Boyce is the minister in the office of the Prime Minister responsible for energy, and he made the announcement in the Senate recently, saying the move was just one of the initiatives under government's Green Energy and Green Economy program.
25,000 streetlights with LED lighting. Why LED lighting? Because it is brighter and it uses less electricity. And part of the green energy concept has got to be to reduce the amount of power that you use. It is the easiest way to generate savings by reducing the amount of power that you use. And with the street lights, because the government pays out a lot of money between its departments and statutory boards and corporations, universities, and everybody else. We pay out a lot of money each year in government. I think the figure we had about 4 years back, 4 or 5 years back, was $100 million a year. And we want to bring that down.
Boyce added that government is also considering the possibility of conducting a pilot study next year on electric vehicles, as well as retrofitting a number of government buildings to make them more energy efficient.
And see how the benefits from those pan out compared to the new kind of cars and vehicles that we have in the country. Because if that works out, that could begin to help us to save some money as well. We're going to look at the whole transport system indeed, and see how we fuel that whole transport system, including public transport system. Because that once again may help us to see where we can make savings in the cost of that service, where we can reduce the emissions into the air that come from that service. And Madam President, I think we said we're going to look at a number of government buildings. We will start with about 12 or 13 of them, government buildings, which we want to retrofit to make them more energy efficient, and we want to put solar PV on the roofs to generate energy from them. And this will be the first phase.
The Barbados Water Authority is setting up a new multidisciplinary committee to help avert a possible health crisis amid concerns over serious technical problems plaguing the South Coast Sewage Treatment Plant in St. Lawrence, Christchurch. BWA Chairman Dr. Atlee Brathwaite says the committee has been given a timeline because a number of issues raised by government consultant Patricia Innes could have serious consequences. He says based on recommendations, he now has to ensure that the BWA board makes the required resources and manpower skills available to deal with the urgent problems.
I'm certain that there are plans afoot ready to look at the sewage plants of Barbados, and that is certainly being those problems will be taken into consideration. The fact that we're looking at modern sewage plants suggests for us or anyone that we take take it very seriously. It's very important. You wanted me to say whether it will affect the tourist sector or not. You would know it'd be interesting for the health of Barbados, whether you call it the tourist sector, the industrial sector, the agricultural sector, name it. It's very important for the health of Barbados.
Organisers of this year's Hennessy Artistry are promising that the show will be one of the most attractive to date. The 7th edition was launched at Kensington Oval last night, and the lineup features a mix of local, regional, and international artists.
This is our 7th year of doing Hennessy Artistry, and we are very excited. We're celebrating 250 years with Hennessy, and we promise to deliver one of the best, one of the most spectacular evenings that you probably will experience to date for Hennessy. I'm gonna highlight for you this year's attractions, and we're very excited about this year's star-studded lineup. A lot of you, I think, know that we've been trying for years to get our headliner, Keisha Cole, to the shores of Barbados, and we've been lucky enough to somehow manage to do that this year, so we're very, very excited.
In sports, Jason Holder returns to the helm as West Indies look to score their first win over Sri Lanka when both sides meet in the third and final one-day international. The all-rounder led the West Indies in the opening one-wicket defeat at Primadasa Stadium, but he missed the second match due to ICC suspension as the visitors lost by 8 wickets. Holder spoke to the media after today's training session.
We just want to finish the series on a high. Although the series has been lost, it's still important we've salvaged some pride and, finish this series on a high and win this last game. I just had a look at the wicket and it looks to be a pretty good wicket, so hopefully we can come and start well against the Sri Lankans tomorrow and finish off well. I still think we gave them too much width in the entire game, and we weren't as disciplined as we should be with the ball. So hopefully we can tighten up on a few loose ends in the bowling department and keep making some runs and be a lot more competitive than we were in the last game.
The day-night match bowls off at 5 a.m. Eastern Caribbean time.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits, with a solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, with a solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In news from the region, preliminary results from the first round of presidential elections in Haiti show the government-backed candidate Jovenel Moise and the former state construction chief Jude Celestin appear to be advancing to the runoff. Since no candidate won a majority in the ballot on Sunday, the two top finishers are set to meet in a December 27 runoff. Officials in Port-au-Prince say the formal results are expected in late November or early December. Several candidates are alleging fraud by the well-financed campaign for Moise. They say they are concerned that the results, which were released on Thursday, do not reflect the will of the people. And finally, in Brazil, several people are reported dead after a dam holding back water from an iron ore mine burst. Authorities are warning that the mix of water and residue from mining operations could be toxic. We get more in this report from the BBC.
A sea of mud and debris. After the dam burst, thick reddish dirt gushed into the rural district of Bento Rodrigues, outside the old colonial town of Mariana in Minas Gerais. It removed rooftops, dragged trucks, and destroyed homes. This car was left perched on top of a building, testament to the force of the blow. The deluge settled into a dense surface of mud, engulfing part of the district. This was home to around 500 people. The dam was used to store mineral residue from the production of iron ore in the region, a huge pool of water, earth, and chemicals. Firefighters and helicopters have rescued several people that were stranded, but searches on the ground have not yet started. Access is restricted due to fears of new landslides. The dam belongs to Samarco, a mining enterprise. It says the cause of the rupture is not yet clear, and they are making every effort to help the victims and mitigate environmental impact.
And that's the news. There's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news and sports. I am Mary Claire Williams. Good afternoon.